Demon Slayer, Season 4, Episode 2, Giyu Tomioka's Pain. And I gotta say, I understand I'm just a little bit better now, but we're still left with a couple pivotal questions. All right, guys, Brent here back from Geek Variants to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Demon Slayer Season 4, Episode 2. And I am joined by the one and the only Hashira, trainee Will. Your thoughts on Season 4, Episode 2?
This was a great, backstory episode for Giyu and to get more understanding into what happened because it tied together a lot of the different things that we have already seen within the Demon Slayer universe. Again, his interaction with Tanjiro and Nezuko when they first met, in relation to Sabito and how that relationship was with Giyu as well as with Tanjiro, and just what happened for Giyu to become a Hashira, which he has not been apparently this entire time. So it's kind of wild just to think about, like, this is what we've been dealing with, or there's a lot of stuff that he's been dealing with as far as his pain in particular, and why he decided not to step into the role of a Hashira, but still, I guess, respect the traditions and everything that involves around it. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot to break down with Giyu. He's definitely a conflicted individual. He's someone who, through their own self pain, because I mean, all these Hashira seems to have suffered greatly at the hands of demons in one way, shape, form, or another. And for Giyu to be really chained down by what happened involving his sister and what happened to Sabito, because Sabito saved his life in that moment, and then Sabito, you know, got. He ran into the demon that ultimately ended him, and for Giyu to be holding on to this pain, this suffering, this much level of, like, I don't want to say it's necessarily self-loathing, but at the same time, it's very, very close and akin to that. So having them illustrate it this way, and that once again, Tanjiro is that bright light. He is that dude who's able to bring in what needs to be done, and the master was able to see early on that Tanjiro was something special. And then let's just imagine, like, if Giyu did what a Hashira's job was when he met Nezuko originally, none of this happens. The whole show never took place. There's nothing to discuss. Muzan wouldn't be interested in having a demon in the light because there would be none. The demon would be gone. But Giyu showed restraint and he showed discipline in what he did, and now we're here. So Tanjiro once again showing a bright light to everybody has definitely been something that's been largely beneficial for the Demon Slayer core in their time of darkness. Anything you'd like to tag on that?
I mean, I think that's where Giyu really got into understanding Tanjiro and feeling him, because Giyu literally wears his heart on his sleeves. So that he wears the cloak of his sister on one side and the cloak of Sabito on the other side. So, with that being said, he understood the passion for Tanjiro wanting to protect his sister and doing everything he could, knowing that that's something that he couldn't do. So it's nice seeing that come full circle in terms of the story being told, and we understand now. And it looks like Giyu's shackles more or less have kind of been lifted. Now he's now able to, looks like, kind of step forward more into the role that, more or less Sabuto and his sister provided for him to, really become that protector, that one that's going to usher in the new generation and kind of help set them up for success rather than failure. Because that's what Sabito did for him. Sabito sacrificed himself for everyone that was around him to protect them, including Giyu. And even though he did not pass training, that's still something that he can hold his head high about as far as Sabito is concerned. Like, he did what he needed to do to protect everyone, and Giyu being one of the ones that were protected, hey, he can go and do the same thing for others and continue Sabito's legacy, I guess, going forward.
Yeah, he was able to pass on his will ultimately to Giyu, and then he may have passed on from this world, but passing on your will is something that anybody and anything can do. And he impacted so much on Giyu. Now being able to see Giyu take that next step and probably have some self realization, he'll be able to push himself forward and hopefully join the rest of the Hashira and push himself to be someone who can ultimately get that mark. because he may never be as strong as Guillaume, but at the same time, any amount of growth for any of these Hashiras listed on our screen for any number of reasons is pivotal for the core. You need everybody to grow and evolve and adapt right here, right now. We sent two very strong Hashira, and they were accidentally able to find the Infinity Castle. Now that we've figured out, sort of, quote unquote, where the location is, we need to be able to send a strong team of people in. So you need everyone at their absolute best. Hence why we have this arc. And it's going to be interesting to see where Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke are able to grow and evolve and adapt along with them, and who's going to ultimately be chosen to go for this full-on assault of the Infinity Castle, which I think truly, once it gets animated, you guys, the fans, will be eating good and be very, very happy. Well, even happier with this anime than you guys already are. Anything else you wanted to touch upon from the episode?
I mean, I know it's pretty solid just to see where they're going. How is the training gonna be now that Giyu has agreed to be a part of it? Like, what is he going to do? Because we got infinite slash training is going down. We got strength training and stuff. So it's like, okay, what is Giyu's role going to be in the training process? What is he going to do to help, I guess, usher everyone along? So we should. Next episode is Tanjiro fully healed and ready to go to training. So, and I think it was said that Zenitsu and Inosuke already headed off toward that way.
More than strongly implied.
So Tanjiro's got a little catching up to do and kind of getting in there. And it looks like we also got I'm gonna butcher her name. Is Canal? It's her birthday today. Matter of fact, she actually has a mission. Looks like for her to do solo, and I don't know if it's going to be prior to or after the training, but apparently there's a demon that she needs to kill, and apparently it's the one that killed the insect Hashira's sister. So
things are a little bit more than personal. There's a lot of great storylines moving on. The master entrusted the right people for his will, and for our will, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button, the little logo below will in the bottom right corner, and in the red subscription box below. It's free, greatly helps out the channel, and keeps you in touch with us, where we cover all things geek here. Later on, we will have a couple episodes dropping throughout the week. We have shorts through you daily, as well as great live streams pertaining to My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and episodic recaps of Kaiju number 8 just down the horizon for you guys. We'll see you in the next one.